Hello there, YouTube. It's Nuclear Weasel here, bringing you a deck profile. Recently bought this deck off a buddy of mine and upgraded it so that it's now a pretty much turn one go off and combo. I forgot what it was called, but it's really fun actually. So we'll get into it. This is Firefists, and of course, in Firefists you're gonna need 3 bear, of course. This build runs 3 leopard, and I'll explain the combo here in a second. 2 rooster, 1 blaster, 1 dragon, 1 gorilla, and 1 spirit. Now how this deck works is, by the way, there's no wolf barks in here, because not only are they super expensive right now, but they're probably going to get banned, and they already got banned in the OCG, so they're probably going to get banned here. So don't even bother putting money towards them. Alright, so let's go into this. How this deck works is that you go and play you either want to open up Leopard, Tenki, Leopard Tensu, or Tenki Tensu, or any of those combinations, so that you can start off with Leopard and Spirit. Because what you're going to do is you're going to play your Leopard, you're going to sack your Leopard, and you're going to either search for a Tensu or a Tenki, depending on what you have in your hand. Let's say you have a Tensu in your hand. You go and search for a Tenki, set it down, play Tenki, search for Spirit, play Tensu, play Spirit, grab Leopard from grave, synchro up into Horse Prince, which allows you to go and search through your deck to special summon a level 3 or lower, or level 3? Yeah, level 3 fire monster from your deck, which is Rooster. Rooster triggers, when he's special summoned, you add a Firefist monster from your deck to your hand, preferably a bear, and then you can't special summon any fire or higher this turn, so then you go and activate Rooster effect, sack your Tenki, set a Tensen, so that you save your dudes next turn and pass turn. That's your turn 1. It's an amazing turn 1, because you set up so well. It's like a +4. So, there's your monsters, and that's all for them. And the spells. Of course, in Firefist, you're going to go 3 Tenki. And because of the format right now, triple MST. Any less would be stupid. Triple Upstart, because the draw one's really good, and the +1000 really doesn't hurt a whole lot, because you're swinging for so much damage. 2 Tensen. 2 Lance, 2 Rekindling to go off again with Spirit and Leopard, 1 Dark Hole, and 1 Gaioku. So basically these are staples. Rekindling is to redo your thing. Gaioku is really good in this format because it stops your opponent's back row. Lance is just good in general. Dark Hole is good in general, and so none of this really needs to be explained, other than Gaioku, which a 1-of is okay because you don't want to be drawing a whole lot of these and not having targets, which happens a lot more than you think. So now we're going to go and talk about our traps, which is 3 Phoenix Chains, 2 Deep Prisons, 2 Mirror Forces, 1 Warning, 1 Bottomless, 1 Torrential, and 1 Tensen. Triple Phoenix Chain because Phoenix Chain is good, Deep Prison because Deep Prison is good, Mirror Force because Mirror Force is good, Solemn Warning because Solemn Warning is good, Bottomless because Bottomless is good, Torrential because Torrential is good, and Tensen, 1-of, because drawing more than 1 is really good, but it's a trap, so you can't activate it the turn you set it. So you can't save your dudes like that turn. So I mean, you can run more than 1, it's just up to you. But Tensen, definitely a good card. Alright, let's go into the extra, which is where all the fun stuff comes in. You are going to want at least 2 or 3 Horse Princes so you can go and do that effect that I was just talking about, that big combo. And then you're going to want a Vulcan, because Vulcan's really good, and he's really one of the only other Beast Warrior synchros. He's pretty pricey right now, but he's really good. And on to our 3s, you're going to want a Zenmaines, because Zenmaines is good. A Lion Emperor, because Lion Emperor is actually really decent when you're stacked over and you don't have any more horse princes, you can go and search and grab a bear out of grave. You can't use it that turn, but you have a play for next turn. And that's all for the 3s. Now we're going to go into the 4s, which you're going to want a black ship, a roach, a maestroke, an abyss dweller, a cowboy, definitely a cardinal, more than one if you can, because cardinal is so broke right now. Bounce from field and or grave, ooh, so good. And then definitely 2 or 3 Tiger Kings, because Tiger King is so broke in this format right now while Firefists are good. You go and overlay your bears after they pop, or they go and search, then you go and search your deck, set a 10 key, play a 10 key, go and search a bear, then make it so that your opponent's monsters can't activate their effects and only yours can. So good. Then we go into our 6, which is Photon Strike Bouncer, because Photon Strike Bouncer is just really good right about now. And Constellar Ptolemy, because this card is really sick. It just stops anything that involves a grave. And you get to replay your dudes. Sorry, zoned out. But look at that. It looks pretty, doesn't it? Alright, let's go into this extra side, whatever you want to call it. Pretty straightforward. Gonna want a Thunder King, because Thunder King actually stops the mirror match effect veilers, because who isn't running effect veilers? 2 Max C's. Electric Virus, because Heretic Dragons and Chaos Dragons are still really good, and so are Gears, yeah, the Gears and the Karkuris and the Madolches and the Imperial Iron Wall, because Imperial Iron Wall is so broke against anybody that removes Light Imprisoning, because you run no lights, Dark Imprisoning because you run no, or Shadow Imprisoning because you run no darks, and Royal Decree. When you side out all your traps and put Royal Decrees in and all your answers, you can go and stop their traps while you have none. But obviously they leave like 10 Sin and Fiendish Chain in. Anyway, that's the deck. It's actually really fun to play, as janky as it looks and sounds. It does win games, surprisingly. Alright, thank you for watching, and this is Nuclear Weasel. Peace out.